Atlanta Hawks getting absolutely obliterated by what most people will call the worst team in the East, if not the second worst team in the East, the Washington Wizards. Up until this point, the Wizards only had one win, and then they came out firing on all cylinders in the first quarter. They went up, I believe, 25 points in the first quarter. I don't remember the exact score, but I do know that they put it on them. In the first half, they had 76 points, and they beat the hell out of the Hawks. The final score was 132 to 113. CJ McCollum had a career game in the latter part of his career. He had 46 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and that wasn't it. Alex Sarr was out there running circles around the Hawks. Alex Sarr had 27 points, 11 rebounds. He was looking like a prime Kevin Garnett. Corey Kispert came out with 4 for 4 in the first quarter, 4 for 4 from 3 in the first quarter, had 14 points, but he ended up finishing with 19 points on the game. And for the Hawks, Kristaps Porzingis, 22 points, 8 rebounds. Onyeka, 20 points off the bench. And that was really about it. They really got handled. Any thoughts on this game?
I think they were up 31-8 at one point, Ron. To your point in the first quarter, they were up 31-8. We actually got some action between Alex Sarr and CJ McCullough. They ran some action for him. I've been an advocate up here when talking about Alex Sarr that they don't really run a lot of stuff for him. A lot of the stuff that he gets, it's secondary stuff or broken plays. But I thought he was really good in the pick and roll last night, in the pick and dive. He was really good around the basket. I thought he did a good job in cleaning the glass and holding those guys to one shot. I think that he's improving when they get him involved. I think he is improving in the mid-post area. I do like that about him. I would love to see them run more action for him. He can be a little soft, and I think that's because he's young, and I don't think that he's at that grown-up stage yet. I think we're getting there. But, I mean, I think that they got a building. I think that they have a building piece with him. But this Washington team, let's not make any misunderstandings. They're awful. They're terrible. Let's make sure that we're clear about that. They're terrible. 100%.
Chill. They are. But based on what I seen last night in that first quarter and second quarter, and this is before CJ even really got it rolling. In the first quarter, CJ started getting busy he started feeling himself later in the first quarter. Yep. But from what I seen them doing, the way they were playing defense and running the floor, like if they do that, I'm not saying they'll be a playoff team or anything, but they showed me that they have promise. Bilal Coulibaly was getting busy. Bub Carrington was getting busy. Yep. Alex Sarr was looking good. Corey Kispert was hooping. Like, from what I seen with that, my expectation from them, I don't want to say my expectation for them, but, like, the way I look at them now, I'm like, all right, you guys got the bones. You got the skeletons of something that could be something promising in the future. Like, if they do bum shit, I'm going to be looking at them like, what? Come on. Like, you guys can be better than that. You're choosing to be weak.
Now, to your point, Mars, they did try to activate the tank button last night, but the batteries ran out, so they couldn't do it because Atlanta just couldn't do anything last night. So ultimately, they got a good win against a good team in Atlanta. So maybe they can build on this. Yeah, maybe they can build on this.
Magic son wasn't hooping last night. That's unfortunate. Also, though, I think CJ McCollum's interesting to me because if he wasn't making $30 million a year, probably would be on a contender right now, coming off the bench or something. But you got. Y'all
think it's no way? It's no way somebody trades for him.
He makes 30 something. He makes 30 million. Ain't nobody.
Unless he gets bought out and then signs for the minimum.
True.
Yeah, that's the only way I see it. 30 million is too much. I think
that's a lot of dough for CJ. 30 million
for a once in a.
You think that's a lot of dough for him?
Yeah.
Like. When I think about
game, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He can still be a bucket getter.
And he definitely can still do that.
He can still be a bucket getter. And if you put him on a team that's a mid-level team that needs more bucket getters, I mean, he could definitely help them. I think he could help the Clippers in terms of I think he can.
I would love him on the Rockets, chill.
I would
To
love
be
him on the
honest
Miami
with you.
Heat too. I would love him on that
Busy
Miami
for the
Heat
Rock.
as a
Minnesota as well.
rotation guy
That's a good fit.
on Houston too. But real talk, to be honest with you, that $30 million, I don't hate that number. If it was 45, I'd be like, nah, hell no, I'm good. But I think 30 million is a lot less difficult to move than 40, 42, especially with a guy who's long in the tooth like CJ McCollum. I think what are we in year 12 now with him? Year 13, something like that. Because he showed up in I want to say in 12 or something like that. So
yeah,
I think 30 is a lot less difficult to move than 40 or 45, especially with the production that he's giving, because he can still give you a bucket. And that's basically what he would be on your crew for.
And it's a lot better than Chris Middleton, significantly worse to me nowadays. And he's on, 33, 34? So comparatively, it's better, Chill. You're right.
Damn.
Hey, Chris Middleton was hooping last night too.
You couldn't tell
like
me.
the numbers might not suggest it. He had 12.
He got a little
though.
juice left. He got a little.
No, he really
little
do.
juice left.
They both got something for a contender. Chris Middleton was hooping last night. They just beat the shit out of him.
He's still nice in stretches. I'm not gonna argue that. He definitely is still nice in stretches. So
they make starter money, but they're like now cool bench players. That's kind of their problem. That's the issue with them.
Yeah,
that's the magic of the cup run. Anything can happen.
All right, we'll have to see. But the next game I got for you guys is, and keep in mind, all the games last night were NBA Cup games. The next game I got for you is the Orlando Magic and the Philadelphia 76ers. We've spoken to this game briefly, but just to give you the details, the Magic are now 3-0 in the NBA Cup in East Group B, and the Sixers are 0-3 after their loss last night. Much like the first game, but even worse. The Magic whopped, and I mean whopped, the Philadelphia 76ers by a score of 144-103. Overall, the Magic are now 11-8. The Sixers are now 9-8. And once again, in this game, Anthony Black had a career game, 31 points. He also had 3 assists to go with that. 4 for 6 from 3, 12 of 17 from the field. He did a little bit of everything, hit some threes, even had some middies, caught some alley-oops, got some fast break buckets, got to the rack for a couple dunks. He just really had an all-around good game. Also, Franz Wagner, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. On the other end, Tyrese Maxey, who has been very good this season, only had 20 points in 31 minutes for a guy that's averaging damn near 30. Only had 20. And other than that, Jeremy McCain had 15 points off the bench. Sixers just did not have it last night. Do we have any thoughts on this game?
The second quarter was when the game blew open. I mean, they gave up 50 points in the second quarter alone. I mean, I think that the Magic
86 at halftime, wasn't it?
Yeah. The Magic basically, that second quarter was the game. They got whatever they wanted. Anthony Black was getting downhill. He was getting to the rim. They had no rim protection. I thought Quentin Grimes could have been better as a defender. His closeouts were super weak. In addition to his closeouts being weak, they didn't rebound. I thought the second quarter was the difference in that game, despite the rest of it, because I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the rest of that game because I actually hit Ron and I told him to get Philly off my TV. They were down by 40 at one point. And these are the kind of games where you now have to reevaluate, Damian. You know, what are we doing around here? Like, to get blown out by 40, like to lose a game, I can appreciate that because it's the NBA, and in the NBA, you're gonna lose some tough games. You're gonna have some tough nights. Real talk, when you get blown out by 40, you got to start reevaluating. Like, what are we doing around here, yo? Something's wrong, and we got to start looking at players. We got to start looking at coaches. Like, something's clearly wrong here. What we're doing. This isn't just an off night. Like, to get blown out by 40 is just not at all. Give up 51 points in the second quarter alone. And that was an unacceptable performance from them last night. On top of that, in a cup game where, I mean, we're trying to make waves with the cup tournament, which has actually been really good. But with Philly last night, that second quarter was the difference in that game last night.
Chill. Maybe they need that guy in the way again. Maybe, I don't know.
You mean
the Mars fella?
That best player.
You mean the big guy with the knee problems? That guy.
Yeah.
So what are we on now, Mars? This is his 7th game that he's missed, or
I want to say 8.
7. Okay, I knew it was something like that. And this is something that we knew. It's not like this is news. Like, oh, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
We knew this is what it was going to be this season with him being in and out of the lineup. The question is can we get to where we're trying to go until we can get him? Because like, what's the more or less on Joel Embiid this year? 50 games.
I'm taking the under for sure.
I'm asking way too much.
You'd be lucky he was gonna get like 35.
So I'm asking way too much to get 50 games from Joel Embiid
I don't know why you thought 50 was even doable.
Wow.
That's a problem, though. Isn't it?
It's a major problem.
Obviously,
I can't get 50 games. I can't get the guy to play almost.
he's played 6.
That's
50.
Wow.
But chill, to you, I think to your point, it's we can't give up 86 points at halftime. Like, it's unacceptable, and some of that stuff sometimes becomes your identity. So I think it's not so much losing games. People are going to lose games, but it's how you lose sometimes too. And when you throw in the Embiid situation, when you throw in the Paul George situation, all of a sudden Philly have it in a really tough spot where, you know, they got to look in the mirror at some stage this season if they don't start to win a few games and ask themselves what they're doing, because this could become a thing if Embiid's not there. If, like what you said, the point you made with Kawhi, if we're building an offense around the guy that's never there, when he's not there, we're going to struggle. So we might see blowouts like this consistently for Philly because they actually don't have an offense that's catered to some of these role players. So I think it's more worrying than maybe we realize. I know it's just a one-off game, but the way I saw it last night was this could become an identity for them. And I don't know what buttons Nick Nurse can push here.
Because I feel like, Ron, we're in the middle of two different worlds. Like I feel like we're in the transition of now transitioning to Maxey, but we're still holding on to what Joel Embiid used to be. So whenever he plays, we still go to him like he's still Joel Embiid. We still rely on him like he's still Joel Embiid, even though he's not the rim protector that he used to be, even though he's not the rebounder that he used to be, even though he's not the offensive force that he used to be. We're still doing that. Meanwhile, we still have Maxey, who we're trying to make that transition to, who's a guy who can, I mean, we've already had this conversation about how well he plays in DHO and how well he gets downhill and how good he is in playing through contact, and the emergence of VJ Edgecombe as a rook who, yes, he's had his ups and downs as a rook, but this seems to be the future. But we're in a difficult spot off the strength that we can't move up with Joel Embiid because that's going to cripple other teams in terms of the salary cap. But us holding on to him, we can't really figure out the identity of both VJ and Maxey at the same time. So we're in a difficult space right now with the Philadelphia 76ers. On top of that, getting blown out by 40 doesn't help. No, it doesn't.
I don't want to say you guys are overreacting to last night because that is
Ron, they lost by 40, Ron. Stop.
No, chill. That is the type of thing you overreact to. What I'm saying is I'm not, because obviously Joel's not there. But VJ Edgecombe wasn't there. Kelly Oubre wasn't there. Paul George wasn't there.
That's fair.
Bona wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of people that weren't there. And I'm not saying VJ Edgecombe makes a world of a difference.
He does,
but he has started every single game for them.
Yeah, he's a starter.
But like I'm Kelly Oubre is a big factor for this team. So it's like I'm putting all this into context, and the Sixers have been good this year with and without Joel Embiid.
Paul George,
so
good.
I just think last night was one of them where Orlando just came out and they just came out slugging and just punched them in the mouth, and they just weren't able to get back up.
But Ron, how long are we going to keep doing this with Paul George and Joel Embiid? Like, you keep saying, well, Paul George wasn't there.
Until their contract is over, chill.
To me, it's not even Paul George and Joel Embiid. For me, it's actually more so VJ Edgecombe and Kelly Oubre.
Sure.
For me, it's those two. Yeah. I expect, though, when those two are there, it's a different type of toughness that this team's going to play with. You know the type of Kelly Oubre is just a gritty guy.
Yep.
Through and through. And VJ Edgecombe's going to bring a different edge to this team. So for me, it's more so those two. And then it's like if Paul George and Joel Embiid's playing, fine. Well, that's an additive. That's another side dish. But I know what I'm getting with when I have Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, and VJ Edgecombe and Kelly Oubre. I know what I'm getting with them.
Well, to be fair, when those have been available, they haven't gotten smacked by 40. Like, that's not a thing. When
it is not real talk. It's just not.
Jared McCain's also working his way back as well.
Yeah.
Who?
McCain.
Jared McCain.
Oh yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
working his
He
way
looked
back.
all right
Yeah,
last night.
Mm-hmm.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys gon' get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.